Hello and welcome to another episode with the Autistic Angler. And we're on the motorway on the way to Meon Springs. I don't think I've ever actually said, I might have done in one-way off videos, but Meon Springs is actually sited on a farm where the farmer has diversified. And we're just coming out of the trees and you'll be looking over the valley where the farm is. There you go. Let's see if I can zoom in. Those buildings there are the farm. So this is one of the high roads on the South Downs, and the road we're just about to go down is signed to Meon Springs there, but it's a nasty little road, little farm track. For those of you that don't do fly fishing, it's rather different to any other fishing in as much that everything has to be matched. So you start off with the rod, and this one there says 7/8. That's the weight or the casting ability of the rod. You then have to get the main line, the fly line, and they come in different weights as well. So you need to match that up to the 7 and 8. So it will be say a 7 weight. And then look down here, goes to show I'm talking a lot of rubbish, because that says 5/6. Now for the perfect setup, everything needs to be the same, but you can get by with minor discrepancies. And then obviously I've got a tapered leader like we're used to in beach fishing. Got myself a little wind knot there, so I'll have to cut that off. And then you just tie your fly onto the end. But for the fly rod to work best, the reel, the rod, the line should all be matched up together. And I've only recently realised that it matches for your distance with having your tapered shock leaders as well. The clutch on the fly reels is here, so it operates the same as the beach clutches. You set it for as hard or as soft as you want, then winding in, and you decide when you put the reel on, and when you wind the line on the reel, if you want it left or right, so you can swap them over. This one's got a screw fixing, so you tighten the reel down.
We're going to check those lights, won't we?
Oh yeah. Alright, let's have a look in here. This is my fly box. And like I said on the stream last night, I'm going to start off with one of these. It's called a drop on the floor. It's called a Blue Flash Olive Damsel. They have a little, sometimes it's tungsten, otherwise I'm not sure what it is, but it's a weighted head here. So they come in, I think I've got some red flash black damsels. few varieties. What works best here seems to be these blue ones, because in the summer this lake's absolutely festooned with the blue damsels, the natural ones. So I'm going to start off with this one, and you can see it's got quite a small hook. Not sure, I think I tend to get 10s or 12s, I think. I can't remember now. Good grief.
Those are nymphs.
Yeah. Didn't know you had this many. Have you sorted these out recently?
Yeah, those are wet flies and those are dry flies.
So, you probably heard Mike then, but these are his fly collection. I'm just realising how many he's got compared to how many I've got. So, I didn't mention those blue flash damsels, especially because they've got the weight on them, are what they call wet flies. You get wet flies and dry flies. That's the main difference. The dry fly float on the top and imitate a bug, fly, whatever that's on the film on the top surface, and the wet ones are all down, imitating larvae not flies that are for some reason down in the water. So these are Mike's wet flies, and you can see he's got quite a selection. Daddy long legs here, which are good later in the season. A lot of red tails in there. Not as many flashes as I like, but he's got a few flashes. Now this is the archetypal dry fly. Now look at the difference. They're all a lot smaller, a lot fluffier. There's a mute point here, as these are farm bred, fed on pellets. How much do they actually know about dry flies, wet flies, natural flies? I don't know. Now these are nymphs that are quite heavy. When you cast them, they sink to the bottom, and the theory is that you bring them up, and as they're raising up from the bottom, they're replicating a bug that's just hatched and is coming up to fly. They're called nymphs, and he's got loads of them. I've noticed Mike does tend to change his fly quite often, whereas I tend to stick with my fly for ages. So, just tying the fly on and using a uni knot, like I do on the sea fishing. Thin lines I tend to do 5. Stock ponds normally got some bigger fish in. There's a lot of weed. There's a few over the other side. See if I can zoom you in. Can you see them down there or not? Wow.
A lot of weed about.
And the bloke's saying that this one's a better lake than the other one for the weed.
Yeah.
This is not good, is it?
No.
Looks like I'm going to have to go down here by the tree just past these ducks. There is a lot of weed. I might go down. I do like going down by this tree at the bottom here. Where you can see past the weed, it seems to be quite coloured along here. There's one or two fish. Any sign of life, sir?
Sign of life, but nothing. Oh, I've only just got him back.
Yeah.
Again, so.
There's lots of weed around, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Horrible amount.
What did he get?
He had it on a dry daddy.
Oh, I wonder about that. I've been using a wet daddy and a gold head daddy, and it actually had a following, so I might go back to it.
Well, his dry daddy just sank, so he's going to put some stuff on it, some floater on it. Do you know what? It looks too claggy down there. I think I'll come up by the ducks.
Yeah.
There's just one or two patches that you can. Ducks. So I'll have a go here then. Inevitably picked up some weed. That's all we can do is find a spot, stick it down in a clear spot. Just hope the fish finds it. Yeah. Turned away, but when you turned away, she had a lot of weed on the end of the fly. Whatever that was, I think it was the camera. And the fly's gone. I've tied on another blue flash damsel. It's not wet, that's why it's all fluffy. I'm a lot happy with my cast today. I try not to roll the shoulder and keep the elbow in like that instead of doing what I was doing before. Yeah, I think I got up the top because the wind's coming down the lake. Can you see that chap catching his fish? I've got another tug, boy. I had another tug. Oh, no. That was a tug. And again. Go on. Go on, you know you want it. Go on. Come on. Nearly. Well, they're jumping around all right. Seem a bit active.
See that? Can you see the top hills there? That's the road. You might see a car, so
Yeah. I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing. I'm getting bites.
I was thinking
Statistically, I should get one soon,
It's uphill
or at some point.
to that road, cross over the road, and then you're in.
Yeah, but as you're coming down that road on the right, you see the bank.
Yeah. How long are you allowed to keep these? You need to really actually. But I think she was saying something to me. I just use anything in sort of today or week. So we know, like today I can do the week today. It would be the week tomorrow. And when we're out, we just pick up the
managed to get down there. She's coming back up here to give up. Like left off. Chucked it straight in the back.
Well, who didn't check his hook? My hook was quite straight. That's why I haven't been hooking them. Right. Right, try again. Do you know what? I'm going to put a different fly on. Suddenly lost confidence in that one. And got a big tangle up. Right, so this time I've tied on a black fly. It's a damsel again, but it's a red flash black one. Because I didn't have any with sharp enough hooks on the blue flash. So just get the fly wet, and that'll explain, because I thought I should have caught a fish with all those bites I was getting, but if my hook wasn't straight, that explains that as well. So let's see, renewed enthusiasm. Wow, that went out good. Just going to see if I can catch a fish now. Do you know what, Mike? That's so annoying. Why didn't I think to check my hook earlier? But it took all those bites before I suddenly thought, hello. And that's typical me, isn't it? It takes a long time for it to get in through the dense matter. You realise we can't go home until one of us catches a fish. Yes, we have, haven't we? I found another blue flash damsel. So it's my own stupid fault I didn't catch. So, to the beach! That's me done.